and before they walked inside into the holy place. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Here. Down here.
Wow. So these are the paneling.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, the building was the building from different panels. Okay, just in a way that they could just easily take it apart and move real quick from one place to another. The panels, each panel was from acacia wood. Okay, it was about 5 meters high. Acacia wood with gold around, and each one of those panels had 2 silver bases. Okay, for one panel. Each one of those bases was about 34 kilos of pure silver for one base.
Wow.
Okay, so it's a lot of silver, and they had all of those golden rings. Okay, on the sides of the panels.
Yeah.
With those golden rods, which is the use, so they can just come, just take the rods out and take the whole building apart, and move real quick from one place to another. Okay. But the whole covering of the tent, okay, it had 4 different layers. The first one is linen with the 4 colors. You had the white, the red, the blue, the purple. The colors are not actually divided like this. They're not actually sectioned.
Right.
They're all woven together.
Okay.
And with the combination of the colors, I did a picture of a cherubim, which a cherubim is an angel. Okay, kind of an angel. So this was the first layer of the tent. The second layer was goat's fur. Okay, woven. Goat's fur, pretty much. We have it inside. I'll show you. It's really, real strong material. They still use it today here in the desert, the Bedouins. The third layer was ram skin, and the fourth layer on the outside was a skin of a tachash. A tachash, it's an animal. We don't know what it is exactly.
Right.
Okay, different Bibles in different languages, they write different kind of animals. Don't really know. Okay.
Is that the? I think I've heard of it being a badger. Is that
yeah,
something?
they say a badger. Yeah, it's most of the time that's how it's written.
You'd have
in
to have
English
loads
Bible.
of badgers though, wouldn't
This
you?
is badger. We don't have any badgers here in Israel, so
No.
unlikely.
No.
They say maybe it's a dolphin or a seal,
Right. Okay.
which is one of the treasures they got with them from Egypt.
Yeah.
Here in Israel, they think maybe it's a fox, or even one of the rabbis thinks it's a unicorn.
Mm.
Yeah, we don't really know. Okay? Yeah, we have no idea what it is. It doesn't really matter anyway.
No.
Yeah. But all of this, like I said, they didn't carry it by hand.
It's
This
really
they
useful to
carry
see
it-
that actually, because like
Yeah,
seeing how the panels are carried is really
Yeah.
good to see.
yeah. For this, they use actually 4 ox carts. Okay, for all the panels and for all the pillars, and then 2 ox carts for the whole covering of the tent. Okay, because it was really, really heavy, and it had many layers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just go through the entrance.
To this place here, already only the priests were allowed to be inside. No one else, not even the Levites. Yeah, we see there's like, you can say different rings of holiness in,
Yes.
in the whole area. Okay. There's also 3 different curtains. After the first curtain, which is of the court yard, only the priests and Levites are allowed to be in. After this curtain, only the priests, and after the curtain of the Holy of Holies, it was only the high priest, only once a year. The menorah, the lampstand, they built it. They made it from. It was from acacia. It was from pure gold. Okay. It was one piece of gold, and it was beaded gold. What does it mean, beaded gold? They took a big piece of gold, okay, with hammers, and then just hit it, okay, because gold is a soft metal, and then they slowly made all the shapes of the menorah. And they had 7 lamps, but here they had to put olive oil twice a day, every day, in the morning and in the evening, because this was always burning. Okay, even when they moved from one place to another, this had to be burning all the time. Okay, but this was actually the only light they had in this area. Okay, there was no other light, right? Because the veil here was closed, no one was allowed to see inside. This was the only light. The thing is, this was enough light because all the panels, they're actually covered with gold. So everything was just shining. It was just shining all over the place with the light. Just in front of it, on the north side, where the table, okay, it's called the showbread table with the 12 showbreads. One represents each tribe. Well, it's holy bread. Only the priests were allowed to eat from this bread. Okay, they had to make fresh on Friday before Shabbat goes in. Okay, on Shishi, and eat the old one only on Saturday, a day after. So pretty much it'll be a week after they made it. Only then they were allowed to eat. Lechem panim, panim in Hebrew is face. Okay. And that's why God said, I want the bread to be all the time in front of me, pretty much in front of my face. So, lechem hapanim in Hebrew. Right? Now, we got the clothes of the normal priest, okay? Which they the holy work. But Jewish, you can see the kids already. They come here. The Jewish kids, they know everything about it.
Yeah.
They know how many clothes he had because he had 4 pieces of clothes. Okay. He had this head cover, this white cloth, this belt with the 4 colors, and under it he had pants. Okay?
Yeah.
And then they said that the high priest had 8 different clothes. Okay. Now the high priest, there was only one high priest at a time. Okay. And he would remain being the high priest until the day he died. Right? It means there's no vacations, no nothing. Okay? And after he died, only his son can take over. Only his son will be high priest. Okay? It only goes from father to son. That's the only way. Okay? He had also the same clothes, this white clothes, this blue vest, something. On the bottom of it, he had a bell and a pomegranate. A bell and a pomegranate. So every time you walk, okay, so everybody could hear him. He had 2 precious stones on his shoulders with the names of the 12 sons, and the ephod, the breastplate, with the 12 stones, 1 for each tribe, with the name of the tribe. Now 1 day a year, on Yom Kippur, which is Day of Atonement, okay, the high priest walked inside the Holy of Holies. But he was not allowed to go with gold and precious stones, but only with the white. Okay? First of all, it had to be because of, to be humble, right? Because if you go to God, you have to come humble to God. And also, it says that he was not allowed to go with gold, not to remind the sin that they did with the golden calf. Okay? And that's what the Jewish people say. That's why I didn't go inside with the gold. So on that day, Yom Kippur, he was alone in this place. No one was even in the outside, in the courtyard. No one. Only the high priest.
Change in this room?
Yes, he would change in here, so no one saw him change, right? Because the veil was closed. He changed right here, in this place. He would take out his clothes, he would put the white garment, no one was even outside, okay? And then he would come to this altar, which this is the golden altar or the incense altar. Okay, here they have to burn incense every day, in the morning and in the evening, at the same time they put new oil in the menorah. But on Yom Kippur, you have to take some of the holy fire, the handful of incense, and only then walk inside the Holy of Holies. Okay, he was not allowed to walk just like that. Only with the incense, and then also only with blood. Okay?
Right, okay.
So let's walk inside. Yeah, so this is the original goat's photo. This is the original handmade by the Bedouins.
Right, okay.
Okay, you can see how strong it is.
Yeah.
And this is actually already here for 11 years.
So this is the veil which was supposed to be rent when Christ died.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, fine. This is the Holy of Holies.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, the Holy of Holies. You've got the Ark of the Covenant, okay? Across from acacia wood, with gold from outside and from inside. And it had the 2 golden cherubims, made out of pure gold, 1 piece of gold. There was also beaded gold. Okay, so like I said, when the high priest walked inside, he walked in with the incense and with a bowl with blood. And the blood, he would take with his fingers and sprinkle it on the ark. Okay? First of all, it was with the blood of the first sacrifice, which that was a bull. Okay? But this bull was only for the sins of the high priest and for his family. That's it. Then the high priest had to walk outside, wash himself, and come in again with more blood, with the blood of a goat. Now there are 2 goats, okay? There's the goat for the Lord and the scapegoat. Okay, in Hebrew it's called Sa'ir L'Azazel, the scapegoat. They would kill the goat for the Lord, and with the blood he would take and do the same thing, sprinkle 7 times on the ark for the sins of the people. Okay, then he would go outside, wash himself, dress up normally, okay, and walk outside to the entrance, because there was a scapegoat. Okay, he would take his hands, put it on the head of the goat, and confess all the sins of the people to this goat. Okay, that someone was chosen to take this goat, lead it far away from the people, and release it to the wilderness, and there it would die with the sins. Okay, and this they have to do a year after year after year, all the time, right?
Wow.
But inside, we got 3 things. So you got the 10 Commandments. Okay, the original one in the Ark, it had both the tablets, both the broken ones. The first Moses broke, and then also the whole ones. It was Aaron's rod, the bud. Yeah, it was almond. Okay, it's proof that he was God's chosen high priest out of all the people. And then we got a bowl with manna. Okay, which manna they had to pick every day food for the same day. Okay, not more. And on Friday they had to pick enough for 2 days, so they won't have to work on Shabbat.
So in original there was the split tablets as well.
Yes, yes. And the 2 pairs of tablets, the bowl with the manna, the jar with the manna that was in there, and the rod of Aaron, they were in front of the ark. I mean, it's right here on the ground. Okay, because the rod was also not that small.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was in front of the ark, as I remembered, and the tablets were inside all the time.
Oh, okay. It's incredible.